Today is April 1st, 2021, and this is update number 2 in my journey of trying to go from $0 to $1 million in 12 months. What is up everyone? My name is Ben. I'm a former JP Morgan investment banking analyst and welcome to Rare Liquid, the best channel for tech investing. If you haven't watched my first update video, please go ahead and check that out because it goes into more of my story, why I'm documenting this whole journey, and what my overall game plan and strategy is. To give you guys just a really short recap though, basically this is a documentation of my attempt to go from $0 to $1 million in earned revenue, and at the first of each month, I'll be providing you guys with an update of how that entire journey is coming along. My goal is to share with you the lessons I learned in real time as I try to grow Rare Liquid into an online education company with multiple different revenue streams, and also the lessons I pick up of just how to grow a YouTube channel in general. And as a reminder, I'm still in Northern California at my friend's place, so you're gonna see this little guy running around throughout the video probably. In my first update video, I gave myself a less than 5% chance of hitting my goal of $1 million in 12 months. And now in my second update, I give myself a 5% chance of hitting my goal. So basically with the progress that I've made this past month, I've gained a little bit more confidence, but I'm not gonna be so bold and say that I have something like a 50 to 100% chance of hitting this target, at least not until the numbers continue growing and I'm able to really see that this target is going to be hit. Before going straight into the numbers, I just wanted to first say a few things about my mentality and provide you with 2 surprises. Now, if you watched my first update video, you probably saw that I was really nervous about documenting this whole journey because of the potential criticism that I thought I would face. I really thought that I'd get a lot of haters in the comments and just people in general thinking that I was crazy for having this kind of goal, but I was actually really surprised to see so much positivity and support from emails and messages that I've gotten from all of you guys. If you've been following my whole journey on YouTube, you probably also know from the videos that I've shared that my mom was diagnosed with ALS back in 2017, and being a caregiver over the past few years, running and operating a business that I recently shut down just a few months ago, this has honestly not been the easiest time in my life, and so Rare Liquid has been a sort of outlet for me where I've been able to share a lot of my thoughts, and it's just given me a lot of sense of purpose and focus and drive in honestly what's been a pretty dark time in my life. And so really just thank you all guys so much for the support, and even for some of you guys who are the haters out there, there's always some good feedback and constructive criticism I can gain from even that. So honestly, just thank you to all of you who are watching this. I know I personally probably don't know who you are, but I just wanted to say that you probably have helped me much more than you know. And so that's why I wanted to give you guys 2 surprises in this video. In my first video, I mentioned that I don't want to just make a ton of money and spend it all just for myself. I actually wanted to give a lot of that away, and I've just been so grateful for everyone's support lately that I just thought, why don't I start this now instead of later? So as my first surprise, I wanted to give Kenan Evans, who wrote a super long, thoughtful comment in response to my first update video, and it just really amazed me that someone would spend so much time writing this really long, thoughtful comment when I didn't even know who that person was, and there was a lot of support in there, some things I could work on, and overall it was just very, as I said, thoughtful comments. So if you are watching this right now, please send me an email or DM me on Instagram and I will send you that $100 through whatever payment method that works. My second surprise requires some explaining about my mentality about business. This belief is focused around the idea that in order to be successful in anything in life, but especially in business, it's really not about how much you can gain or take from others. Instead, the mentality that I think is important to have in order to succeed in business is how much you can give to others. In all of my content, I always try to focus on what is the best way that I can give as much really high quality, valuable content to others. So that's really the focus of my YouTube channel. And I thought, why don't I take this another step further? And so my second surprise is for the month of April, I'll be giving away 10% of all of the revenue and money I generate through my whole entire Rare Liquid business and all its different revenue streams to one random subscriber. To be selected as the winner, just check out the Google Doc link in the description below, and all you need to do is leave your email and choose a number from 0 to 1 million. Before my next update video, I'll use a random number generator, and either through YouTube Live or Instagram Live, I'll select the winners with all of you guys, just so you know that I'm not picking a person that I know or something like that. And so I'll give you some more details about that as we get closer to the end of April. All right, so with that said, let's go directly to the numbers for the month of March. All the numbers you're about to see in the actual columns, of course, remain unchanged from the first video, and regardless if whether or not I'm above the target or below the target in my future update videos, I'm always going to be maintaining the same numbers just to make sure that everything's consistent and there's, a level of integrity throughout this whole process. Starting with the subscriber count, our goal was 5,000 by the end of March, and we actually reached the 5,000 subscriber mark on March 21st, and currently the channel sits at around 5,700. Even though we did meet our goal for this month, I actually think that the goal of hitting 15,000 by the end of April is going to be pretty tough. Of course, I'm going to be working super hard to try to make sure that we hit this goal, but I'm honestly going to be really surprised if we do hit it, because from 5,000 to 10,000 is a pretty big jump in just 1 month. And so, hopefully we make it, we'll see. Next up is YouTube ads, and I didn't actually expect any revenue this month because I read online that YouTube can take up to a month to approve your account. But fortunately, we were approved in the middle of March, and it took only a little less than a week, if I remember correctly, and we're able to earn about $207 in 16 days with 38,000 views. Here's also a list of the top 5 videos, and as you might expect, the ones with more views have been earning me the most. In April, the goal is to hit $1,000 in ad revenue, which I think is possible if we hit our subscriber count, but as of now, it looks like a bit of a reach. Next up is Patreon, and I was really surprised to hit the $400 mark in patrons over the month of March. As I mentioned in my first update video, my goal is to make my Patreon the most valuable one you can find across all different Patreons for investing and finance. A few key differentiators are a weekly financial database that I personally use that comes with a trading comp and DCF template, Discord channels where employees answer questions about some of the hottest tech companies, and detailed valuation models that I build myself and keep updated each quarter. Of course, I also share things like buy sell alerts and portfolio updates, so if any of this sounds of interest to you, feel free to check out my Patreon in the description below. But going back to the goals, given that I'm at 400 right now, I think my monthly goal for Patreon over the next few months is going to be attainable, so I do feel good about this one. Next up are affiliates and sponsors, and while I did get $3 versus an expected 0, I actually think hitting $500 next month will be a challenge. The $3 I got were through Amazon affiliate links I added to my description, and I guess Amazon gives you credit if people click your link and buy other stuff too, because look at this list of what people bought that I got credit for. We've got an acne pimple patch, boom boom shrimp, a falafel mix, protein powder, and more, and obviously I was not trying to get anyone to buy these items, they just happened to buy them after clicking one of my referral links. If you are the one who bought any of these items, honestly, thank you. It earned me a few bucks, but also I just thought it was really funny. Anyhow, I also realized that I wasn't including links to services that I use like Charles Schwab and BlockFi, so in future videos and in old videos, I'm going to be changing my description to add those links, and so I'll keep you updated in my next video of how the affiliates and sponsors go. Hopefully it's more than the $3 this month. Since courses and clothing haven't been worked on yet, I'll skip over those, and overall I'm happy to report that we are well over our goal of $100 and currently stand at $609 earned. So overall for the month of March, I'd say it kind of went beyond my expectations, and I'm pretty happy about that. And to hit the next month's goal of $2,000, I think it is within reach, but I'll need to be a little bit lucky, and honestly, we'll see how things go. Okay, Milo, let's now pray to the YouTube gods that we hit our goals for the month of April. Pause up, pray, good boy. Milo, down, down, bang. Bang. I didn't know what to say for that last one. That's just his best trick. Next up, let me share a bit about what's worked so far in my top 3 lessons learned. First is that absolutely nothing beats really good, timely content. For the first few weeks of March, I actually wasn't sure if I was gonna hit my 5,000 subscriber goal because the numbers just weren't looking good until I released my coupon video in the middle of March, and that really changed everything. As you can see from my YouTube analytics, there was a huge jump in viewers, watch time, and subscribers when I uploaded my coupon video. I think the reason that the video did well is because I posted it on the day of Coupang's IPO, which was probably when a lot of people were searching for Coupang. And in addition to that, I think I was able to provide a pretty unique perspective as a user in Korea and as a Korean American. And so that's why I think the video was able to perform well. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or if you're working on one right now, basically the number one rule that I like to always keep in mind is to make content that people are searching now and make sure that you're making good, high quality content. The second lesson learned is that the pillar content strategy is very effective. I mentioned this in my previous update video, but basically the pillar content strategy is where you make one long form piece of content that is your pillar content, and for me, that's my YouTube videos. You then use this pillar content to spread across various other channels, and for me, that has meant posting my videos in Facebook groups, posting my due diligence on Reddit, and posting on Instagram, and these have really been my largest drivers for external traffic. So basically, you're really doing the bulk of your work with that pillar content, which for me, again, is my YouTube videos, and you're just gaining some incremental extra marketing by putting in just a little bit more effort by rephrasing things here and there if needed, or making the content shorter and spreading it into various other channels. And so for me, that has been working pretty well over the month of March. I don't think that I would have been able to reach my goals if I hadn't implemented this pillar content strategy. The third lesson I learned is that if you want to grow fast, you really can't do it alone. My co-founder from my previous venture, Aesthetic Studios, is the one who edits all my videos and makes my thumbnails. And without him, really, I would have just so much less time to make content, and with him, it really makes me able to focus on just building content and the other parts of the business. And I think that's why I was able to kind of grow to the spot I am now. I know other YouTubers, even by themselves, probably have grown a lot faster than me, and they probably have their own strategies, but this is something that has worked personally for me. I think when most people think about YouTube, they think it's a solo effort, but I personally think that working with others will help you grow faster if you're able to find the right partner. And if you also think about just business in general, I think especially as you scale up, it's important to have a more team mentality than focusing on trying to do everything yourself. The last section of this video is my discussion of the strategies for April that I plan to implement. In addition to everything else that I already have been doing, there are two new strategies that I want to implement next month, and those include TikTok and translated captions. For the first one, TikTok, it's pretty self-explanatory. I have been using the platform just as a viewer for a pretty long time now. I even try to make a lot of videos for my previous venture, so I kind of get how the platform works. But I've kind of not been prioritizing it because I've just been so busy. Over this next month, what I hope to do is make 3 to 5 videos at least per week. And in the next update, hopefully I'll have some good information and data to share with you guys. For the second strategy of translating captions, this is something that I want to do in order to basically grow Rare Liquid into more of an international online education company. These past few weeks, we've been working with Chinese and Korean translators to translate the subtitles for my YouTube videos into Chinese and Korean. This is something that I don't think a lot of other YouTubers are doing, and hopefully over the next few months as I work on marketing to these different geographies, it'll be something that can hopefully grow your channel if you are a YouTuber, or maybe just of interest to you to see how a company tries to scale internationally into other markets. Although I know I'm not like selling products to other countries or anything like that, but hopefully this is interesting to you. If these two markets work out well, then my goal is also to translate into other languages like Spanish and Hindi, and just really continue growing out Rare Liquid to more and more geographies. I feel like this is just a way to keep scaling more and more. And if you happen to speak any of these languages or are from these countries and have good ideas of how to market to these different geographies, please also leave those in the comments below, as that'd be super helpful for me. In my next and future update videos, hopefully I'll have some good news for you guys on how all these strategies have been working. I pretty much put in all the money I earned into translating captions, and hopefully there's some good news within the next few videos. Alright guys, so this wraps up update number 2 of 12 of my journey of trying to go from 0 to 1 million in 12 months. Come back again in the beginning of April for the next update. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope to catch you in my next video, whatever that one is. And thanks so much. Peace out.